Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Good people see hostility rising daily.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is Officer Kamaya from the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York. Up on the Commander General YAHANNA. We have a brother here, Officer Amakwal.
Shalom Israel.
Right, and today I want to go into how the Haitians are the Levites of the Bible, and we can prove that the Haitians are the Levites of the Bible. Now we're gonna get Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. And if you can read that scripture for me, brother, or for me, sir.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall before you in the last days.
When?
In the last days.
When?
The last days.
Now now Jacob gathered his 12 sons together. And Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes. He gathered his 12 sons together and told them what their state was going to be in the last days, which is now. We are living in the last days right now. Give me verse 5, Bible show.
Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Now it says Simeon and Levi are brethren. The Simeon are the Dominicans, and Levi are the Haitians. Now the 12 tribes of Israel are brothers, but it's saying that Simeon and Levi are brothers because they are together. They're on the same island, and and the island is cut down to the middle. On the left side you got Haiti, on the right side is Dominican Republic, and it's showing how they were going to be on the same island. That's what it means. That when it says Simeon and Levi are brothers. Go ahead.
Instruments of cruelty are in their inhabitations.
Instrument of cruelty are in their habitations, meaning where they live. You know, they have machetes and they have machetes, which are called colors, and in Haiti they have voodoo. Now the Haitians during the Haitian and French Revolution, the French thought that they thought that the Haitians put voodoo on them, and that's how they died. But what it was is Haitian voodoo has to do with like medicine and poison. So the French, so with Haiti being with the Haitians being the slaves of the French, what they would do is bring the master his dish, and he would eat, and he would end up vomiting and defecating on himself. And it comes from that came from poison. But the reason why he thought it was voodoo is because once he started vomiting, the Haitians would run in, and the Haitians would run in and blow powder on his face, and spread chicken blood on his sprinkle chicken blood on his face and on his body, and they would dance around, and that would disguise that the white man had just got poisoned. So you know, you just start vomiting, and then somebody run in and start blowing stuff on you and throwing blood on you and start dancing around. You think it's magic. You get scared, and that's how the white man was. He got scared and thought that those people were they had black magical powers, and he feared them dancing and throwing stuff around. But really, it was just the Haitians. They knew the land. They knew what plants to go get. They knew what plants to go get and what medicine to go get, crush it up and create poison to make a person vomit and just go through torture. Go ahead.
Verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret.
It said, "Oh my soul, come." Go ahead, read on some more. Bible sure, sir.
Unto their assembly, mine honor
Right. So it said, "Come not, O my soul, come not thou into the assembly," meaning when the Haitians, when we are together coming together doing that wickedness, doing voodoo, you don't want to see it. This horrific thing is going on. Chicken is being cut, a head being cut off. People's bodies are laying on the ground, and a lot of blood being sprinkled around, and just a lot of horrific things. And that's what Jacob is saying. Like, you don't want to see that. Go ahead.
Be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man.
Right, Jacob is saying that in the last days the Lord he's saying Levi, the Dominicans, he didn't want them to be united in anger, because in the book of Genesis, Jacob had a daughter named Diana. Now she got raped by African prince. So what happened was the African came and wanted to make a treaty with Jacob. Now Simeon and Levi were there, and they pretend to agree with the treaty. But when Jacob was gone, they were behind Jacob's back and told the Africans, "Yeah, you can have my sister, but in order for you to have my sister, you must be circumcised." Because it was a law in Israel that you must be circumcised. Now the Africans thinking that they were going to get Jacob's daughter, and Simeon and Levi's sister, they got circumcised. And doing that, and after the days that they got circumcised, when they were hurting, from circumcision, Simeon and Levi went in there and killed all of them, murdered all of them, man. And Jacob got mad at his sons for doing that, because he had already made a covenant. Or a promise with the African prince. Go ahead.
For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they digged down a wall.
That's what it means to dig down a wall, meaning Jacob had made a treaty with the African that raped his daughter, but that deal that he made with the African was broken down. And the reason why Jacob was upset, because it was only at that time the 12 tribes of Israel were only Jacob's 12 sons of Jacob. They were surrounded by Africans. So, you know what I'm saying? So Jacob was just trying to protect his sons and his family, because they were so little and the Africans were so great. So by that deal, it was protecting him. It was helping his family stay alive. Go ahead.
Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel.
Right, their anger is going to be a curse, man. It's the same. Go ahead. Is there any more on that?
I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
Right, I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel, meaning at that time they got scattered with Israel. I mean, some were in Jerusalem, some stayed in Jerusalem, and the others, when Israel left Jerusalem, some Levites went with them. Also today, the Dominicans and the Haitians are popular for going to war with each other, with killing each other, because the land is split down the middle. Once a Haitian crosses over the line to go into Dominican Republic, he's being slaughtered with a machete. He's getting his hands and arm cut off, his limbs cut off. Same thing with the Dominicans that cross the line in the border, come over into Haiti. They're being killed also, man. That's a cruelty that's going on in our land and between those two brothers. Also, within today, 2 days ago or this week, the Dominican Republic government wants to revoke the citizenship of the Haitians. Wants to tell, even though they lived there for over 20 years or longer, or whenever, he wants to get them up out of the Dominicans want to get the Haitians up out of their land and back to where they came from. And it's probably a device made by the white man telling the Dominicans, if they don't get those Haitian immigrants out of their land, they may raise the taxes or some of that nation. Wouldn't be surprised if it's by the hand of the white man. That's how much of the devil he is. Any more now?
Nah.
And that's it on that verse. Now we're gonna prove that Moses, that the Levites are Haitians, and that Moses was a Levite. I'm gonna get Exodus chapter 4. I'm gonna ask this Officer Humble to get Exodus chapter 4, verses 14. If you could please read that, sir.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses. And he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother?
Is Aaron our what?
Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother?
Right, Moses' brother was the Levite, and that was Aaron, man. And the Lord was angry at Moses because the Lord wanted Moses to go and speak to the children of Israel. But Moses thought, you know, in his mind that he couldn't do it because he had a speech impediment. Like he was slow in speech. He stumbled with his words, and he thought he couldn't do it. And the Lord was upset because, you know, he's a creator. He created everything. He makes, you know what I'm saying? He gave us the power to speak or to have a voice. So he's saying, you know, he mad because he like, you don't think I can make you speak, you know, have the children hear your voice and speak properly? That's why he was upset. Go ahead.
I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee.
And that's it right there. I just showed that, you know, Moses was a Levite. And with that, I say shalom, Israel.
Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Poor people see hostility rising daily. Ignorant multiply brutality. I see that they run gone left mommy. Fi struggle the hard road with fight beginning. Our I see baby having baby. Nothing that happen.